This is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and we're going to do the unboxing and first boot for HTC One Max. So this is the box for the HTC One Max, and it says that this one is very similar to the HTC One, but it's a bigger version. It has a 5.9-inch screen, and it also has the Fingerprint Scanner. And let's look at the back, and here it gives us some more info. Another thing with this HTC One Max is that now it has a micro SD card slot, so you can put micro SD cards up to 64 GB. And before we proceed, I just want to thank Faisal Communications for providing this HTC One Max for testing. And it's based on the same old Snapdragon 600 chipset. It has a 1.7 GHz quad-core processor, and the GPU is Adreno 320. The battery on this is 3300 mAh battery. So let's quickly just open up the box, and we get this beautiful HTC One Max itself. It's huge, it's big, huge, and initial impressions, it's also pretty heavy. Let's move inside, and we get some documentation, and this one shows us how to open the back cover. The back cover is openable. Add the micro SD card and our micro SIM. So again, some more documentation, and we have the standard what is this, micro USB cable, and this is the earphones, and this is the power plug. So let me put all these things to the side, and let's have a look at the interesting thing. That's this HTC One Max itself. So this is the HTC One Max. Let's take this out. And again, it's huge. And to give you an idea, let me bring this. This is the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, which has a 5.7-inch screen, and this One Max has a 5.9-inch screen. So still it looks big. And one thing is that, as I said earlier, it's actually a little bit heavy, and the weight for this HTC One Max is 217 grams, but the Note 3 weighs just 168 grams. So it's a pretty heavy phone. So if you like heavy phones, some people like the heft of those heft on the phones, so you might like this Max One. And now let me give you a physical overview first. On the top we have this IR blaster. This is not the power button. And one thing I noticed right away is that these are made up of plastic, not metal chamfered like we had on the HTC One. We have the 3.5mm headphone jack over here, and this is the volume rocker. It's made up of metal, and the power button also has been shifted over here. So it's easy to use. It easily reaches here to your hand, the power button. Nothing else over here. Again, that plastic finish. We have the main microphone, micro USB slot that will be used for charging and syncing the phone. And on this end, we just have this slot, and using this we can open the back cover. I'll come back to it a bit later. And on the back we have a secondary microphone. This is the 4 ultra pixel camera that we found on the HTC One. It's the same one, and we have a LED flash, and this is the fingerprint scanner. And actually I heard mixed reports about this. They say it's not as good as the iPhone 5s. It's a little bit patchy. And we have the HTC branding, again that aluminum finish, and so it looks great. But one thing I noticed is that Beats Audio labeling is simply missing on this HTC One Max. On the front we have this 2.1 megapixel camera. This can also shoot video up to 1080p, and we have those 2 speakers iconic with the most of the HTC One, HTC One Mini, and also the Max has. So I'm hoping that the sound quality will be very good. We have additional sensors and the huge 5.9-inch screen, and the glass is made up of Gorilla Glass, and it's a 1080p screen. Again, on the bottom we have 2 touch type capacitive buttons. That's the back, and this is for the home. And let's try to open up the back cover. You need to slide this, they say, and this should open up the back cover. And indeed it is opening up the back cover. So the back cover comes out, and it's not made up of plastic, it's the aluminum finish. And interesting thing is that we can add a SIM over here and a micro SD card also. One thing I found very interesting is that though the back cover is openable, but still HTC decided not to put a user replaceable battery. The battery is sealed here, and that's a 3300 mAh battery. So interesting choice. They should have provided a removable battery, as now they are providing removable back cover. But you can add a micro SD card up to 64 GB on this one. Regarding internal storage, you get this model in 2 variants, 16 and 32 gigs. And let's try to power it on, and let's see if it has some charge. And as you can see, again, I always love the HTC, what do you say, screen quality, and looks like this one is also great. Right now it's in the Chinese language. Oh god, I got to adjust it to English. Here we have, and I'll just quickly set this up. We are right now in India. Regarding the pricing, as of now, this phone hasn't been launched yet in India, and on Amazon US it was retailing unlocked version for around $780 to $790. So it's not a cheap phone, it's a pretty expensive phone, high-end phone from HTC. But it's sad to see that HTC is still using the Snapdragon 600 chipset, because most of the latest high-end Android phones have started using the Snapdragon 800 chipset. And it still comes with the HTC One blink feed, and you just swipe here to get back to your other home screens. And this is the app tray. Already we have some folders that are built in like this, and some specific apps are pre-installed, Google apps obviously. And let's look at the settings. Let's go to the Android settings here, and from here let's go to about the device, and let's look at the software info. And as you can see, it comes out of the box with Android version 4.3. That's nice. And it also comes with the HTC Sense 5.5. So let's go back, and also let's look at the storage. We did not add any micro SD card, and so it looks like out of that 16 GB, the available storage that you get is 10.43 GB. But you can add a micro SD card up to 64 GB. Let's also look at here is the interesting thing, that is the fingerprint scanner, and here it shows us how to set it up. I'll set it up a bit later, and let's also look at some other things. As we are connected right now to my Wi-Fi connection, let's check out and see how the browser holds. This is the standard keyboard. I don't want in all these languages, I just want it in English. Thank you. And let's go to tech2buzz.com, our website. One thing I found annoying is that the keyboard is wide enough. Why didn't they have a dedicated row for the numbers? And let's go to our website. This is the first time that we are visiting this tech2buzz.com on this HTC One Max. Again, as I expected, it will be very smooth. Still, the configuration is pretty powerful. It houses a 1.7 GHz quad-core processor. The RAM on this is 2 gigs, and the GPU is Adreno 320. So let's try to open up one of the stories now. Let's open up this Note 3 story and move into this orientation. Again, the orientation change was very smooth, no issues. Let's try to play this back. Let me increase the volume to max. Very loud, and very clear. Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we're going to do the in-depth review for the Samsung Galaxy. So let me get out of this one. Again, as expected, the sound output from these dual speakers is excellent, and also it has a little bit of bass, so pretty nice. And it looks like for web browsing also it will do a great job. And let's also quickly just look at the camera on this one. That's the 4 ultra pixel one, and it gives us some help. Let me get out of this one, and let me just try to take a photo of this HTC One Max box itself. And it's pretty quick, there's no shutter lag as usual. Again, a little bit blurry, the first one, but overall, yeah, the camera, it's a 4 ultra pixel one, and it does a decent job in low lighting conditions. So I'll be doing a gaming review also with this HTC One Max very soon, and I'll also try to do a full review. I'm not very sure if I'll do a full review or not. So if you have any particular questions regarding this HTC One Max, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this unboxing video. That's it for now. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.